So Phil, why don't you tell us your background? Because I think you've been in the blockchain space as well, obviously, and we've worked together at other companies. So why don't you let folks know about yourself?
Sure. So originally from Columbus, Ohio, I was fortunate enough to play professional football for 2 years in the Arena Football League. I was blessed to play college football for Jim Tressel. He's in the Hall of Fame for college coaching. But you can't play football forever. So once that got done, I went on and I worked for Verizon Business for about 4.5 years, where I was doing Fortune 500 technology consulting. And once I left there, I was kind of trying to figure out, like, what did I want to do? What was that next step? And so I actually invested in and executive produced a couple films. My first one premiered at Tribeca, my second one Sundance, and then I optioned a TV series on sports and business. Because at the time I was also developing a program called Athlete Game Plan that helped athletes transition to life after sports. And what's interesting is that as I was going through that process myself, I was still trying to figure it out. And people would come to me and say, "Look, you look like you're having a lot of success." In my mind, I'm like, "Okay, maybe not." How are you doing it? So at first, I was kind of taken back, and I really didn't know. But then I started reverse engineering what I was doing, and started creating a program, talking to my peers, and knowing that a lot of other people were having the same problems. So that took up a lot of my time in the moment. Again, trying to find my process. But then I went on and worked for the PJ Tour, so I got another taste of professional sports and a very large league type experience. I did that. I was over their business development. I actually worked out of a beautiful location in the Pacific Palisades, the Riviera Country Club. Not a bad place to go to work every single day. But then I went and I got in the ad tech space. I wrote a book on sales and business development. And the way that we actually met each other, Douglas, was through iHeartMedia, where I was lead sales on our crypto NFT blockchain business. And that was a lot of fun to see where these crypto, NFT, blockchain, digital securities, how is this impacting sports entertainment, right? So I think as we go through this journey with you, our listener, Douglas is really going to be hitting a lot of the traditional finance with his experience. I was at Merrill Lynch for a heartbeat, but Douglas is really one of the foremost experts in this space. And I'll be handling more of the sports entertainment, the fandom. I think what's really exciting in this space is what this technology does for the fan experience. We're going to talk about things like fractional ownership in teams, how teams are raising money, how they are actually using this to have and drive marketing messages. Because what's interesting is when people feel like they're part of something, they will engage more. They will offer up more information. So if they feel like, I'll give you a prime example. Actually, Miami has a really hard time getting people to go to physical games. And I'll talk about the Dolphins because it's so darn hot. And they can't always dictate when their game is going to be played. It's not like they can go to the NFL and say, "Hey, we are only playing night games ever." So they have a hard time getting people to come out because it's 100 plus degrees and, a football game is 3+ hours. So, but if someone could say maybe own a portion of the team, you're more likely to go bear the brunt of that sun for 3-4 hours, just like you're going to go watch your kid play, little league basketball. It's not like
Yeah, with
you're
the